Okay, we're on our way to a local council planning meeting. Who are we meeting? Not the lady's name, but
Boyer Forest Council Head Senior Planner.
okay, and why are we meeting?
It's a very good question. I don't actually know. I've not been told.
They just want a conversation with us.
They want a
about
conversation. Whoever's above this Julia, she's had a conversation meeting with this person, and it was just to basically discuss our proposal.
And it was 21 resi units and two commercial, three.
Two commercial.
Two commercial, 21 units to convert purely commercial into that one.
Yep. Yeah. So
what type of consultants did they want to get involved? So you had the health impact,
yes,
which was a nonsense.
Which is public health. The archaeology.
Nonsense. We'll push back on that one.
The heritage linked with like the conservation stuff.
I sort of understand that, in all fairness, because of the history
but
of it.
They've been great.
Yeah.
You'd expect out of them all that could be the one that would be most difficult, but no.
He's given a go ahead, isn't he?
Yeah, he's give it his rubber stamp of approval, so to speak.
Yeah.
They pushed back on something on the flood risk. We spoke to our consultant and he just laughed and said, they haven't read the report, I can tell them all the questions that they're asking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where we're at. I'm hoping it's all just a very positive meeting and they want to speak to us because we've got other stuff going on in the area.
Yeah, which we have,
obviously, we're going to try and steer it that way anyway. But, yeah, hopefully it's something along them lines.
Okay, let you know how it gets on.
All positive.
So what do you think of the meeting with Wire Forest?
I thought it was positive, yeah. They seem keen to pull up the trousers, so to speak, with some of their suggestions, like that bit of authority where they're...
The gaffer.
Yeah, being the perceived gaffer, which they are in all fairness, but largely speaking, I think all the proposals that they put forward to us have... None of those should cause us any problems, to be honest.
So some of the proposals that they made were to potentially remove 3 residential units, put a kitchen where they are, and maybe move 1 residential unit to where the current kitchen is. So that would mean we'd have to lose 2 resi units. But we seemed to push back on that, and they didn't really push back again, did they? They just said you need to change.
The general feeling of the whole meeting was positive, and it looks... I mean, they said on more than one occasion, didn't they? How good they thought the plans were, that the building is going to be brought back to life. As I say, I think they were just doing their bit, if you get what I mean, with their council hat on, the planning hat on. But you can see that they do want to approve that proposal, don't they?
Yeah.
And I think if we resist, like we did, or you did on one occasion, where we said, if we're getting rid of 3 rooms, it don't become economically worthwhile.
Yeah.
They, again, sort of stepped back a little bit and were looking for solutions, weren't they? So I think it's just a matter of getting these... boxes ticked, so to speak.
Yeah, but as you say, they were positive, more positive than a lot of others, in all fairness. So if we can get that, we paid $480 for the 3 buildings, really, 4, 5 and 5A. Paid $480 for that. We'll do a development on that. It's going to cost what, $650-ish for 21.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, these are obviously studio co-living spaces, if you like. Each with an ensuite, each with a kitchenette. So obviously the build cost is less than doing a full-blown apartment. We've also got 2 retail units in there as well. So what does that work out to per unit? If you said the commercial space is, just for easy figures, going to cost 500, that leaves 600. 600 over 21. Say 30k a unit. I think that's more than achievable.
Yeah, it should be done within that comfortably.
There's a bit of work to do on the roof, but we had somebody come out last week to have a look at that. Obviously it needs a closer inspection, but just a visual inspection from the ground. There wasn't anything too untoward. We can reuse the slate tiles that are already on the roof as well. They're in good enough condition. And there's some minor repair work to that brickwork wall on the one side as well, where they had the ivy growing through it. But other than that, for external work, that's it. And the roof is probably half the size of the full roof that needs looking at.
Right.
And like I say, just a few little repairs to the brickwork.
So if you say 480, 650, and we've got a GDV on that of about 1.6, 1.7, something like that.
I worked it out a little bit more than that the other day. That was based, depends how you're working out the rent. If you're working it out on a social housing type rent, then you're probably about 1.7, something like that, 1.7. Based on private rent, you're closer to 2 million, about 1.8.
Right.
And obviously you've got a development to do, and where we are now, you could be looking easily 12 months from now until the whole thing's done.
Yeah.
So who knows where, the private renting sector is going to be at that point in time as well. It's already...
The demand ain't getting no smaller.
It's already expensive to rent, isn't it?
Yeah.
No matter where you are. So
yeah,
I think 150 a room per week is not bad at all.
No. You say per room, our developments, that type of model, does it a disservice, doesn't it? When you say room,
100%.
It makes it sound like a shitty room in a house.
We need to stop saying it, actually.
I know.
They're studio apartments, really.
They are, yeah. I think there'll become a time, when that 37 square metres is going to drop.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to get mortgages on a lot smaller units.
They'll have to consider it, yeah. But no, on the whole, good meeting. We met the head of the Wyre Forest planning department alongside the contact that we've been dealing with on a sort of week-to-week, day-to-day basis. Mentioned some other projects that we're looking at in the same area. And again, nothing but positivity. So, yeah, good meeting.
Pleasant surprise, really.
Yeah, it was. I think it helps the fact that there's some realism, and maybe it's quite topical as well in it at the moment, to the potential reforms to the planning laws up and down the country. And I think when they see two people that are willing to bring money in and do a nice job, why would you not welcome that?
Exactly. When we said that we were looking at Vicar Street, which is a 32-unit development bang in the town centre, above retail units. Yeah. They were well up for it, weren't they?
Yeah, and surprisingly, because you asked the question about apartments and HMOs.
Which one would you prefer? They didn't have a preference, really, did they?
I think she actually said the words HMOs fine, yeah. If they're done like this, which they are, because we know the guys that have done the plans for that.
Yeah.
We're talking, I would say our average size of studio apartment, if you like, HMO room, is around 23, 24 square metres. Smallest one's about 20, the largest one's about 30. They're big spaces. Remember my HMO back in the day opposite Russell Hospital in Pensnet? I always thought the two rooms upstairs were quite big, and they were only 15 square metres.
Exactly.
That's a big space. An extra 5 square metres, which makes up the minimum size of one of ours in this proposal. That's a big space.
And this is the issue. We're calling them HMOs. We could do with like a different term. I know they try and wrap it up with they wrap it up with co-living, don't they, nowadays?
She said I should have said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we should have said that to her.
On our application.
Oh, okay.
She said you should have called it a co-living thing, because for obvious reasons, when people see HMO, they think the worst.
Yeah, it's a good lesson, to be fair.
Yeah. So next time it's a co-living residential development.
And then when we left there, went straight to Bridge North, Market Town, to go and see a more or less derelict grade 2 listed building, bang in the town centre again.
Another one.
2,900 square feet, over 4 floors, and we'll probably put an offer in, but I don't know where that's going to go, man. The way that the agent was talking.
I think it might be one of them where they end up coming back to you. They probably reject it first time.
Yeah.
Time goes by, it still hasn't sold.
Yeah.
And then they come back round the table and, you know, start negotiating with you again. That's probably where that's going to go. But the agent's already emailed me as we were eating a moment ago. He's already emailed me saying that give us a call. So hopefully there's something to be done there. Maybe a double proposal whereby we offer subject to planning, where we're willing to pay a little bit more, or a straight cash sale now, but he's going to get beat up on the price of it.
Yeah. I think you'd probably have to go for apartments there as well.
I think you would, yeah. Just for ease with
What did
planning.
we say? 5, didn't we?
5, yeah.
5 apartments.
Or 8 studios.
Yeah.
Perfect town for... It ain't really something that we normally do, is it? Service accommodation type strategy. Your 70, 20, 10.
Oh, Christ.
It's not even our 10, is it? But
send me 10 grand, I'll teach you how to do. Absolute joke.
But yeah, it's perfectly suited to that in that location. It's a lovely town.
Little retail unit on the ground. I don't know what you'd do with that unless you did like a little management thing down there. If you were going to manage your service accommodation or little charity shop or something.
Unless they'd be open to having it as like a little reception area, so it isn't actually residential. You know what I mean? Because normally they like to keep the commercial, don't they, on the ground floor?
Yeah, yeah.
Whether they would be opposed having like I say, some sort of concierge type reception area. I know it's not very big, but who's going to take that?
I don't know.
Little barbers or
maybe
everyone's
two-person barber.
Luxury barbers, though, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Little beauty shop, maybe. Massage place.
Either way, we'll probably go under. It's on for 290. We'll probably go under. It's on for 275.
275. I think.
It's on for 275. I think we'll go under 200 for that. I think, won't we? It's going to have to, innit? That's such a wreck. It's going to take ages to get through planning because it's listed. It's going to be a nightmare development because of the state of it.
Yeah.
You've got to weigh all these things in. It's not just the money, it's everything around it, eh? So we'll see. We'll see. But other than that, we've got probably another local commercial building that we've got agreed. The one that I shared on Sunday. That's probably going to come in. I'll do another video on that. 2 in Peterborough that I'll walk through in the future. As soon as they're closed, I'll share them. I don't want to share them until they're done.
That'll be good content, though.
Yeah.
Will you be able to say what we've done on that?
It's the deal structure's a bit funky chicken, so we need to like get it done first, then I can talk about it. So we've got 2 there, we've got that there, we've got the one in Telford that you're going to be project managing. Might be worthwhile just going over there and having a run through that.
That'll be good.
Obviously the ones in Kiddie that we've got going on. When you say it, it seems like you're really busy, do we? Well, we am busy, I suppose, but when you mean it, you ain't objective to
notes in my pocket at some point. But you know.
Well, this is the problem, innit? You keep buying, you don't see the capital, do you, until you stop. You don't see the profits, really, because you keep reinvesting. Raised another 100 grand yesterday. That was good.
Very nice.
Yeah, got to maintain relationships with the investors and make sure everybody gets paid back on time and the interest is solid and whatever else. Can continue to do that until the end of our bound days.
We've also got a few deals that we're sourcing on as well, haven't we?
That
seems to be taking off to help with cash flow in particular.
Yeah. Actually, if you're watching this, join our WhatsApp group where we pass some of the deals that we don't do, and that's purely because it either doesn't fit what we do or it doesn't...
resources at the time.
Yeah, resources, whatever it is at the time. We just pass them off to other investors and take a small fee for it. So join the WhatsApp group. I will put the link in the description.